podcast now. Hello and welcome to another IELTS speaking practice. So today, unfortunately, it's the end of the year and everyone is super busy, but Miss Trúc is still here with us. And today, she is going to do her speaking practice. Are you ready, Miss Trúc?
Yes.
Of course, you're always ready. You're a good student. Now, let's go to speaking part one, and I'll choose a topic for you, as always. Okay, so let's do 113. So, Miss Trúc, are you good at listening to other people's stories?
Oh, I think I'm very good at listening to others people's story because I don't ask too much. I just listen to their stories and don't judge. Many people think that they need someone to talk about their problems or their personal story, but they don't want to have advice. They just normally want someone to listen to them.
Mhm.
And at that time, I think I'm a good listener that's always be here for my friends or people who need me with them.
Okay. And so who do you want to listen to every day?
For me, uh, I want to listen to my mother every day because she's my favorite person and she's very important to me. So every time when she wants to share anything with me, I'm happy to listen to her.
Mhm.
And if she if she needs me to to advise her for some problems, even when we cannot find the proper solution, we just share it and we will be we will be feel we will feel better.
Mhm.
I think sharing is a very good way to show your affections to others.
Mhm. I see. And you know that listeners are actually people who are appreciated and people respect them more. Nobody wants to listen to someone who nobody wants to respect someone who talks a lot, who talks too much. Now, so do you think good listeners are calm?
Yes, I believe that good listeners are calmer because they just listen. They don't judge others, and they don't want to show too much idea
Too many ideas.
too many ideas, because when people need someone to be with there
To be with
and
them, be with
to
them.
to be with them, uh, and just listen what they want to show.
Mm,
Sometimes people feel that they are lonely, but no one care about their feeling, and a good listener will be there and listens with appreciate uh,
with appreciation,
attitude.
right?
Yes,
Appreciation.
with appreciation. I think the message that's just listen, not just.
Hmm. And what noises do you have to hear daily? So beside from background noises at cafes or on the streets, what noises do you have to hear daily then?
Yes, because I'm living in a metro city.
A
So
metropolitan, right? Like a metropolitan area, right? So
metropolitan
a
areas.
metropolitan area, một khu vực đô thị. It's basically an urban area. Well, we are gonna have a metro soon. Oh, we do have a metro right now, right? But
So
somehow, I don't know. Somehow I'm afraid to go with public transportation, especially in Vietnam. You know, it's not very safe.
and noise is something that we can avoid. For example, uh, near to my house, near my
Yeah.
house, there are many restaurants and food store. So people usually tend to sit there and gather to enjoy their personal times.
Mm.
And of course, when people are together, they they usually talk too much,
Mhm.
and that make the environment becomes more noise
More noisy?
or noises.
Okay. And what makes someone a good listener? Is there like do they have to take training or something to be a good listener?
I think to be a good listeners, they need to be listens.
They need to be
Uh,
what?
they need to be patient.
Very patient. Mhm.
Yes, and open my and have a open mindset. I think that uh, they can be try to understand not just the words but the emotions behind behind the people who want to share with them, who want to share their emotion with them, acknowledge their feelings and validate their environment in experience. And I think the, the important of factors that they need to avoid to offer criticisms,
Criticism, right?
criticism.
People should listen without judging, I think. People
Yes,
need to listen without judging. Like nghe mà không có phán xét. I think people should never judge. If you want to be a good listener, you should not judge. Okay, and they should ask. I think people should ask thought-provoking thought provoking questions. Chứ con người nên hỏi những cái câu hỏi mà để kích cho người ta phải suy nghĩ. Thought provoking questions or questions that um, that cause people to think or to they want to share their stories, you know. Hỏi những câu hỏi mà làm cho người ta muốn trả lời, người ta muốn chia sẻ, you know. So, Mr. How do you feel when someone doesn't listen to you?
if uh if someone doesn't listen to me, I have two options
Hmm.
that if they really important to listen to me, I will catch their attention. Such as I will ask them whether they have any uh, any free time for me. Because if they don't want to listen to me, maybe they are too busy with their problems and I want to disturb them. another options. If it's not important to listen to me, I just neglect them, and I will find someone else to share my story. Because if they really don't want to listen to me, it means it
Yes.
means it means that I uh I should not to disturb them.
Hmm, I see. You know, people these days, a lot of people they ask questions, because not because they okay, a lot of people they don't want to listen to you, you know. So listening becoming a skills that require training, I think. Now, so how do you feel? Okay, so how important is active listening? You know, active and passive listening, right?
Yes.
Okay, active listening, like you listen to that and you try to, based on what they say, you ask question, right? And showing that you actively listen to that conversations to get into their story, something like that, right? Now, I think it's better to look at the definition of active listening. It's being fully engaged while another person is talking to you. It's listening with the intent to understand the other person fully, rather than just listening, you know. Hiền ráng lắng nghe để hiểu được cái người ta một cách mà đầy đủ. Nghe chủ động, tức là nghe mà mình hoàn toàn là mình lắng cái tai nghe 100% là để muốn người ta biết người ta nói cái gì á. Nó gọi là nghe chủ động. Okay, where's that? Now, so how important is active listening in communication then? Is it very important or not important? What do you think?
I think it's essential for active listening in communications because people need to fully engage in the speaker, show that they understand and value others' perspective. It's not just
Perspective.
perspective. It's not just about hearing words, but
No.
but about connecting and understanding.
Connecting and understanding. Yes, it is.
Yes, and this will build trust and
Build trust.
trust. Yes,
Trust
trust
and
and reduce misunderstanding.
reduce misunderstanding.
Yes, people need to ensure that uh, they clearly understand each other's,
Mm.
and this will lead to more powerful and effective communication by thoughtfully understanding between all sides of an
In both
issue,
sides, you mean?
all sides of an issue,
Of an issue. Of an
of
issue.
an issues, of an issue.
Issue. Yeah. All right. So actually, it's essential, I think. Okay, very good. Now, let's go to part two. All right. So part two, let's move all the way here. Now, let's do 135. Describe a memorable experience that you had with your classmates. A memorable experience you had with your classmates. You should say when and where you had an experience. What your classmates and you were doing, what happened, and how you felt about it. So part three also about memorable experiences. So why do people often share their memorable experiences with others? Is there a reason why they do that? To share him and to tell the stories, you know? about their memorable experiences with others. Like think about, people sometimes they are nostalgic. You know the word nostalgia, right? So nostalgia, hoài niệm, nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Sometimes people are nostalgic or nostalgic. It's an adjective.
Nostalgic.
Là hoài niệm. Feeling happy and also slightly sad when you think about things that happened in the past. Cảm thấy hạnh phúc và hơi hơi buồn khi mình nghĩ về cái gì đó mà nó diễn ra trong quá khứ, đó chính là hoài niệm về những điều quá khứ. So nostalgia. Sometimes people are like that, and there are some memories that people just cherish. People just cherish. Ca tụng. But there are some very sad memory that cause a lot of pain. Có rất là nhiều cái ký ức mà đôi khi nó gây ra nỗi đau. But sometimes people like to talk about it, because they just want to share the story, because they remember it. Sometimes sharing memory or sharing memorable experiences help people to feel better. Đôi khi là chia sẻ câu chuyện đó, dù không biết là hạnh phúc hay là đau buồn, nó đều làm cho người ta cảm thấy là nó nhẹ người đi. Sometimes it's like that, I think. But there might be other reasons too. I think you should give examples. Now, what makes an experience unforgettable to a person? Điều gì là một cái trải nghiệm nó không thể quên được đối với một người? Maybe because it's a bit strange, or it's you can use some words like extraordinary. Đọc là extraordinary nha. Phi thường. Maybe an experience is just extraordinary, or something that they have that is not easy to encounter in their mundane life. Đời sống tầm thường, đời sống bình thường, hàng ngày, thường nhật. It's not easy to see the experiences, so maybe that's why it's unforgettable. Maybe sometimes very happy or very sad experiences become unforgettable to a person. But if is something too mundane, something that is too normal, I don't think people will remember it. Quite easy, right? Now, so what can individuals do to create more memorable experiences in their lives? You don't want to live a life that's super boring. Maybe people should travel more. Maybe people should hang out with people more, maybe, or people should do things they have never done before. Because by the end of the day, when you go home and sleep, you may feel like, maybe I should have done something. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have done this. People regret, because sometimes people regret that they did not do something when they have the strength, the money, or the time to do it, I think. All right. So how can a memorable experience affect an individual's identity? Làm thế nào một cái trải nghiệm đáng nhớ nó ảnh hưởng đến cái nhân dạng của một người? So an individual's identity means like who you are. Anh chị là ai? Like it talks about your appearance, your personalities, and the energy that you the vibe, the energy that you extrude, your vibe. Nó giống như là cái nhân dạng, nó là gì? Mình là ai? Tôi có ngoại hình như thế nào? Tôi tỏa ra cái năng lượng gì khi người ta nói chuyện với tôi? tôi có tính cách gì. So sometimes some experience is so memorable. It is so powerful. It's so powerful that it shapes you. It shapes a new you. Nó nhiều khi cái trải nghiệm nó mạnh đến mức mà nó tạo ra một cái người mới luôn á, một cái nhân dạng mới của mình luôn á, giống như là tạo một cái con người mới của mình luôn á. Like for example, the experience of traveling and studying abroad, it's life changing. Cái trải nghiệm mà đi du học nước ngoài chẳng hạn, nó thường là nó life changing, và thường có những cái chuyện gì đó mà nó xấu nó xảy ra, hoặc là những cái chuyện mà nó xảy ra mà làm cho con người ta rơi vào cái tình cảnh khó khăn trong hơn nửa năm chẳng hạn, thì nó sẽ life changing đấy. I mean, research has shown that if there's some bad thing or good thing that happens to you, doesn't matter, good or bad, if it's lasts more than 6 months, it has a long lasting effect on you. It means it's permanent, có nghĩa là nó vĩnh cửu luôn. Cái ảnh hưởng nó sẽ là vĩnh cửu suốt đời luôn á. Nếu mà nó hơn 6 tháng, đó là cái nghiên cứu ta nói như vậy, không cần biết là cái ảnh hưởng nó tốt hay xấu nha. I mean, yeah, that's how it is. You can give some experience. Sorry, you can give some examples. What's wrong with me? Thiệt, nói chuyện trong lúc mùa sao thủy nghịch hành nó hơi bị dễ bị ngọng, dễ bị vấp. Just give some experience. Just give some examples. Um, like, for example, some people who lost their parents, they have to go to an orphanage. People who lost their parents, who lose their parents, they have to go to live in orphanage. Orphanage. Nó gọi là cô nhi viện hay là viện trẻ mồ côi. So they become orphan. They become orphan. Trẻ mồ côi. If they are not 18 yet, you become an orphan, okay? Nếu mà chưa đủ 18 tuổi là vô cô nhi viện thành trẻ mồ côi nha. Nếu ba mẹ mất. It means both of their parents, okay? Or if one of your parents died and the other doesn't want to take care of you. Nếu mà tự nhiên một người hoặc là ba hoặc là má chết, nhưng mà người còn lại lại không muốn take care mình, thì coi như mình vô cô nhi viện. Yeah, thường là như vậy. So that experience could be very life changing. It's always life changing. It could make you either bitter, it could make you desperate. It could make you bitter, it could make you desperate, it could make you how can I say, cynical. Nó có thể cái trải nghiệm mà tự nhiên mất mẹ mất cha xong rồi đi vô cô nhi viện á, nó là một cái trải nghiệm làm cho mình trở thành là một cái người rất là desperate, gọi là vã đó, hay là còn gọi là đường cùng á, cùng đường á. Bitter là rất là đắng cay, hoặc là đôi khi chúng ta trở nên rất là nghi ngờ người khác, không tin ai, cynical. Well, it could be that way, or some experience that's very memorable, like for example, sexual assault. Sexual assault, bị tấn công tình dục. These things happens more than people think. Rape, bị hiếp dâm. Well, these things happens and it can be very bad for the victim. Nó cực kỳ tệ cho cái người nạn nhân luôn á, và nó ảnh hưởng cả cuộc đời họ luôn. That's why rape is a serious crime that could result in a death sentence, Đó là lý do tại sao hiếp dâm và tấn công tình dục có thể là tử hình đó. Nó là tội rất nghiêm trọng. tại vì nó ảnh hưởng, nó làm phá cả cái cuộc đời của người ta luôn á. Wow, so it could be a very bad experience, but you could also talk about very good experiences, like for example you receive a TRAN, a scholarship for example. Có thể mình nói về những trải nghiệm tốt, ví dụ tôi đạt được học bổng chẳng hạn từ nước ngoài được chẳng hạn. And people won't recognize who you are. It change your identity. Sau cái trải nghiệm đó là con người ta không thể nào nhận được mình là ai luôn á. Mình biến thành con người khác rồi. And can a special memory influence the decisions someone makes? Có thể nào một cái ký ức đặc biệt nào đó nó ảnh hưởng đến cái quyết định một người nào đó làm không? Like for example, if you had a bad experience in the past, you memorize it. It can make you very cynical. You always say no when you make decision, and you tend to doubt the intentions of people always. Giống như là hồi nãy mình nói á, những cái trải nghiệm xấu đi, nó có một cái special memory nào đó, nó có thể làm cho người ta rất là cynical, rất là luôn nghi ngờ cái dự định intention của người khác, và người ta sẽ lúc nào sẽ say no, nói không 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 But a good one can also influence, nếu mà con người ta cứ luôn là trải qua những điều tốt đi, people will become gullible. Gullible, this one, gullible, right? Dễ tin người. Gullible.
Gullible.
It's gullible. Dễ tin người. Nhẹ dạ cả tin. Sometimes if people experiences very beautiful special memory, it can make them gullible and easy to be tricked. Dễ bị lừa. Easy to be scammed, and could influence the decisions. So you should talk about that. All right, you have some minutes to think about 135 now. All right, so Miss Trúc, let's start 135. Can you describe a memorable experience that you had with your classmates?
I want to share.
Okay, I would like to share.
I would like to share an unforgettable memory with my university classmates.
Classmates.
Yes, it was a one-day camping trip at a theme park.
A theme park. A
A-
theme
A
park.
theme park. That trip was truly fun and meaningful because it marked the end of my student life. There were so many exciting activities, such as team building games, quizzes, and my favorite activity of all, the night music show. I remember that a singer I deeply admire was invited to perform, and I was contented.
Wait, contented or content?
Were
It's an
content. I
adjective.
was
It's an
content.
adjective.
Content.
I was content. Tôi đã rất là
Content.
mãn nguyện. Yes.
Yes. Uh, I was singing along and dancing with my friends on that night. I feel a sense of happiness and emotion every time I remember about that night, even though now we are we lead separate lives. The beautiful memory will always stay with me. And I think everyone's will have their own memorable experience that make them unforgettable.
Good. Now, So why do people often share their memorable experiences with others? What do you think?
People, have, people often share their memorable experience with others for some reason. I think that they when they meet someone who want to share to foster their bonds with each other
Mm.
by recording experience, people create a sense of intimate
A sense of intimacy,
intimacy intimacy, helping others understand
cảm giác
their
gần gũi, thân mật, a sense of intimacy.
helping them understand their emotions, experience, and more than that. They can when you want to know about a person, you need to know about their experience, what they feel, and what their perspectives. I
Mhm.
think another reason is that they want to is inspire or give advice to someone because their memorable experience can
Memorable.
memorable experience can relate it to other problems, and they want to share about their lessons as a experience that can make others have a clearer decisions decisions
Decision.
decisions. I think that some memorable story often carry lessons, humor, or inspiration. And when people share their story, they can inspire others, make them happy, or offer a new perspective.
Offer a new perspective.
Offer a new perspective.
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 Okay, good. So what makes an experience unforgettable to a person?
An experience become unforgettable when they evoke strong emotion, creates a long-lasting effect on people.
Effect.
Effect
A long-lasting
a
effect.
long-lasting effect on people who experience. I
Mhm.
think when they when that experience make them change their
Change.
make them change their perspective.
Mm.
It can affect them too much. For example, if their experience make them feel happy, it can um, it can boost their positive mindset and make them feel content in their life. But if their experience is really bad, even desperate,
Sorry?
desperate,
Desperate. Desperate. Desperate.
des- desperate.
Khi họ đã có đường cùng rồi. Desperate. Hay còn gọi dân hay còn gọi là gì ta? Nôm na là vã quá rồi. Đường cùng luôn rồi. Desperate. Desperate.
Yes, it can change their life forever,
Yes.
or their
Mm.
or it can teach them a valuable lessons, influence their future decisions, and it make their futures experience become more important. They can very careful every time they make decisions. It can be good, it can be bad. It depends on what people deal with their problem. I think and I think a memorable experience can be changed people's life so much. So when this situation happened, it becomes something that they can unforgettable.
All right, good. And so, what can individuals do to create more memorable experiences in their life? Can they just do the same thing they always do?
If people want to create more unforgettable experience in their life, first they need to step outside their comfort zone. Comfort
Comfort
zones.
zone.
Comfort zone.
Comfort zone. O-N.
Comfort zone.
Zone. O-N.
Zone.
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 Their comfort zone. Yes.
Their comfort zone.
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 Okay. What about it?
For example, try something new experience, whether it's traveling to a new place, learning new skill, or tackling a challenge. They can leave lasting impressions for them and even take risks. I think it's better to be a calculated risk that can
A calculated risk.
yes calculated calculated
To take
risk.
calculated risk.
It can they can feel a little uncomfortable at first, but adventures always mm, memorable, and they can leave many lessons for them when they can come overcome their challenges.
Mhm.
And I think to create more memorable story in people's life, they can share their experience with others,
Mhm.
and they can create memories together. Shares experience such as group activities or meaningful conversations. They
That's a good
can,
idea.
yes, it's not just about someone, it's about a team, a group. They can express their emotion
Mm.
and engage in other conversation. That is a good way to make a memorable experience in their lives. And of course, when they share their story, they can share their lessons, emotions, and even um, that stronger their connections.
Okay. And so, how can a memorable experience affect an individual's identity? So it's a hard question. I told you about those bad or good experiences, how it can change people's personality, vibe, appearance, something like that. So how?
There are some results when a memorable experience express someone. It can affect their beliefs. Memorable experience often important to anyone, whether it's a family, personal growth, or
Personal growth, yes.
personal growth. They can reshape people values, helping them understand what they really are,
Hmm.
or even they can change their behavior when an experience as best. They can affect their life forever.
It can affect
Affect
their life forever.
can affect their life forever.
Hmm. Let's give examples, you know.
For
Let's give
example,
some typical examples, yeah?
yes. For example, when someone lost their beloved one, such as their family member, especially their parent, they can feel they can feel understandable, and that can make them and that make them isolated, make them feel suffering, make them feel suffer,
Hmm.
and they can they cannot to uh, uh to believe or believe in someone, even in something that that they used to believe in, because such as ghost or something like that are there, because they feel that um they don't have anyone to be with them,
Hmm.
and they can and they, and they cannot move on to go ahead.
To move on with their life and go ahead, you mean?
Yes, to move on
Hmm.
to move on
Okay,
their life to go ahead.
right. So let's try the last question here. Can a special memory influence this decision someone makes? So it's very related to the last question, though.
I think it's, I think a special memory it can influence someone's decisions based on their experience. I mean, it can be a lessons who shape their belief and outlook on life, and this will guide them to their final destination. Of of course, if it's a good memory, it's really happy for them. But if they experience something bad, maybe they are be bullied. They can avoid past mistakes. They can be stronger. They can know how to protect themselves. It's a special memory, may, may related to regret. And when they regret something in the
Hmm.
past, they can mm, they will know that in the futures they will do some things to improve their situation with
Hmm.
our repeat their mistakes in the past.
Without repeating the mistake in the past, right?
Yes, without repeating their mistakes in the past. Of
Okay.
course, special memories often influence their emotion. A positive memory like achievement or joyful experience can motivate someone to pursue their passions or seek life goals in similar situations. And on the contrary, negative memories can can make them feel down, but it's always lessons that help them to avoid actions or mistakes that they used to meet.
They used to make, right? They used to
They
make.
used to make.
Okay, good enough for today, I guess. All right, we can end it here. Okay, so you know what to do for next time. We're gonna do more speaking. Okay,
Okay.
see you then, Mr.
Yes. Good night,
Good luck with your
teacher.
work. You need it. See you.
See ya.